Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jennifer and I post beauty and fashion videos. So if you like that type of content, definitely hit that big red subscribe button down below. And I know it has been a hot minute since I have uploaded. Life has just been lifing lately and I have been nonstop, but it feels really good to sit back down in front of the camera. So hopefully no more breaks, but today I have a fun video for you guys. As you can tell by the title, I have recently emptied out some products and I wanted to share them with you guys because there are quite a few good ones. So if you want to see everything that is in my empties box, then keep on watching. So first product right here is the Color Wow Dream Coat. This is a holy grail product for me. This is something I use every single time I wash my hair because I am a frizzy haired girly, and this really does a great job at controlling the frizz and just keeping my hair shiny and smooth, which is everything that I love. This one in particular is the extra strength version. I did use the original for the longest time until they launched this one. Both work phenomenal, but because I am so frizzy, this is just my preferred one. But if I ran out of this one, I do have the original, so I would use both. And speaking of frizz, you guys have known for a little bit now that I have been loving Kerastase for my hair. I have been really loving the Oleo line, and this one in particular is part of the Discipline line. But the Oleo shampoo, mask, and oil are for those that want no volume and no frizz, which is your girl right here. I love my hair super straight, sleek. It just works the best on me. But this product in particular is the hair mask, and it is so hydrating. It's lightweight, but it really just keeps everything smooth. It helps keep my frizz at bay. So I've been loving this one and it smells incredible. And speaking of Kerastase, I use a scalp scrub every single time I wash my hair, which is twice a week. It is what I use first, and then I go in with my shampoo. I just feel like using a scalp scrub to start really cleans the scalp. It removes oil, buildup, product, and I feel like it just allows your shampoo and conditioner or hair mask to penetrate better. Your hair just feels better after. It's just like a win-win all around. And my favorite scalp scrubs are from Kerastase. This one in particular is called the Scrub Energizant. It's the blue one. It's the only one that they make now. They used to have a green one, which I have talked about on my channel several times, which was my favorite, but they discontinued it because it always seems that brands discontinue your favorite products. But this one I love. I don't love it as much as the green one, but I do love it enough that I will keep repurchasing it 100%. It is more of a salt scrub consistency. And so I just feel like you have to work it into your scalp a little bit more than the green one, which was like a gel consistency. But either way, I love this. When you rinse it out, your scalp feels so clean. Your hair feels refreshed, but it doesn't feel like you stripped it like it would after you used a clarifying shampoo. So I love, love, love scalp scrubs. And one thing I love about this one in particular is the fact that as you work it into the scalp and the water hits the granules, they do start to dissolve. There is nothing more annoying than using a scalp scrub and not being able to wash the granules out of your hair, especially when you have a lot of hair or really long hair like myself. It is just super annoying. So I love that these granules dissolve. Next up is a product that I used to use all the time a couple years ago, and I ended up trying different products and I kind of forgot about it, to be honest, but I repurchased it, fell in love, and now I remember why this is one of my favorite cleansers. This one in particular is the Elemis Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Wash. It smells amazing. It's really nice on the skin. It gives you a nice lather. It's not overly drying. Your skin feels so hydrated and so soft when you use this cleanser. And this one in particular, the dynamic resurfacing line, is to help brighten and even the skin tone. And I think I first discovered this cleanser maybe 3 years ago at this point, when I was trying other YouTubers' favorite products, and this one was a recommendation or a favorite of Amanda over at Luxe Mommy. And since that day, I just have completely fallen in love with this cleanser, and now I know why I always keep one on hand. Speaking of skin, I have to mention this product just because it's probably always going to be in my box of empties. It is none other than the Alpharet Clearing Serum by Skin Better. If you have acneic skin, this is such a game changer. It was funny, one of my estheticians and I the other day were just talking about how we cannot live without this serum. And if we go a few days without using it, our skin just breaks out again. There is something magical and so different about this clearing serum that literally keeps your acne away forever. It is just, it's so good. I can't live without it. So if you are struggling to find something to help with your acne, definitely give this one a try. It is pricey. It is med spa, it is derm grade, it is powerful, it's potent, but I promise you, you will have great results. Next is the One Size Translucent Setting Powder. This has been a favorite of mine since it launched. I just feel like it sets the makeup really well. It keeps my oil production at bay, especially in the summertime when it is 120 plus degrees here and you're sweating like crazy. This one just sets your makeup so beautifully, and I love this one. This is a primer that I have slept on for quite some time. I purchased it when it first launched, and for whatever reason, I just never used it, never reached for it, never, I don't know why. I don't know why, but it is the e.l.f. Pore Grip Primer. I love this stuff. I love the milk one. I know this is their dupe for that, but I don't know why it took me so long to try this. I just restocked on this primer yesterday because I ran out and I had to have another one. It is so good. I'm using it today. It just makes your makeup look beautiful and you get no creasing or anything weird. I just love it. It's a good sticky primer. Next up is the best lip balm you will ever use in your whole life. It is the Ole Henriksen Peptide Lip Preserve Treatment. I cannot live without this. I've talked about it a million times. I keep them everywhere, and I always have a minimum of 2 or 3 on backstock because I don't want to run out. I need one everywhere. It is so worth the money, and I know that they have them in different colors. I am just a creature of habit, and I love the original. This right here is the Hourglass Concealer. This is probably my all-time favorite concealer. I love the full coverage of it. I love how it blends, how it wears, how it doesn't crease. I do use other concealers, but I always come back to this one. This one is just a ride or die for me. It never fails, and whether I'm doing a low maintenance, no makeup look or full glam, like this is the concealer for me. So I love this. If you haven't tried it, definitely give it a try. I have a few fragrances in here. First up is the J'adore by Dior. This is the big boy. This is the 5 ounce, I believe. I personally like to buy the largest bottle of my favorite fragrances, and then I always buy them when Sephora does their sale or Ulta does their sale, and you can get 20% off the largest size. It makes sense, especially financially, especially if you use it all the time. But this is one of my favorite go-to scents. I have about, I would say 6 scents that I use in rotation on a daily basis. They're just my go-tos for day-to-day life. And this is one of them. It is so beautiful. It's very light, very feminine, definitely floral, but not overpowering. It's just the perfect feminine scent, and it is delicious. The next fragrance is this bougie boy right here. I cannot stay away. I know there are 18 million dupes of this fragrance at this point, but none compare to the original. I've said it. There's something slightly different and magical about this scent. And if you don't know what it is Baccarat Rouge 540. She is very pricey. I wanna say for the 2.4 ounce, which is the smallest, comes in around $325, but I do use this one very sparingly. I try to only purchase it once or twice a year because it's so expensive. So I really try and make this last, but I have tried the dupes. I love the dupes, but there's just something delicious about the original. And every single time I wear it, I get so many compliments on it. I always get stopped to ask what I'm wearing. It's one of those timeless fragrances. The next fragrance is the Good Girl, and I love this one. This one actually has become one of my go-to fragrances this year. I don't know why I haven't tried it until about a year ago, but I bought it in the kit. So I got this size, which is kind of like a travel size, and then the big size with it. And I love it. It smells so good. It's kind of unique. It's feminine, it's flirty, it's fun. I really have been loving this scent. So I already have my big bottle and I have a backup as well. Next up is the Color Wow Money Mask. I love this mask for a million reasons. I love that it's a gel consistency, so it's very lightweight. It's not heavy on the hair whatsoever. It gives you incredible shine. It makes your hair really soft. And I feel like it just, I don't want to say repairs the hair, but it just makes any damage or dryness just kind of melt away. I love it. I love the way it makes my hair feel. It also has the properties in it like the Color Wow that helps prevent frizz. And I love everything about this mask. I have repurchased it several times now, and I will use this about once a week. I'm just the type of person that every time I get in the shower, I will switch up my shampoo and my mask depending on what I'm doing or how I'm styling my hair, which isn't very different, but I just like to switch it up. And so this is one mask that is always in rotation for me. Next up, I have another cleanser from Elemis. This is the Marine Cleanser. This is probably one of their most iconic cleansers. It is good for a reason. It is a gel cleanser, which I typically don't like because I tend to have drier skin. And sometimes gel cleansers can be too drying for me, but this one, even though it's a gel, is very hydrating. And I feel like this is the one cleanser that everybody loves. It works well for all types of skin, and it's just a good staple of a cleanser. And speaking of Elemis, I do of course have the Elemis cleansing balm in this box. You guys know I've talked about it until I'm blue in the face, but it's what I use to remove my makeup. In my opinion, nothing else compares. And every time I do one of these Empties videos, I have about 3 to 5 of these, which there are 4 sitting on my counter. So I'm not gonna show you all 4, but I do have 4 plus this one, which is 5. And I love it. It's amazing. It's the best there is. Next up is the YSL Lash Clash Mascara. This is the waterproof version. I have said for years, I don't like to spend money on mascaras regularly. I will splurge every now and then, but there's something about this mascara that keeps drawing me back. I love the way it makes my lashes feel and look, and I love that it's waterproof. I get 0 transfer. It doesn't matter how sweaty I get during my workout. My lashes and the mascara do not budge. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't run. It is so, so good. And so I'm now hooked on this $30 mascara, and it's so good. I cannot not have one in my vanity. So surprisingly, this is the first cream bronzer that I have ever used up. And I was thinking about this the other day. I really don't ever use up cream bronzers because I end up getting a different brand and then I use that one for a while, and I forget about it and then it gets gross or expired or melts or something. So I just have never used one up fully. But this one from Lys or LYS, however you pronounce it, I can't remember. is so good. I love the way it blends into the skin. I love the color. This one is No Limits Harmony. It's beautiful. I love the formula, like I said. And I have already purchased another one, and I have one now in back stock. And I love the shape of the applicator. The triangle just makes it so easy to apply on your nose, your cheekbones, under your chin, wherever you apply your bronzer or cream contour, whatever. It's just the perfect shape, the perfect formula. And I love that it is super affordable for a cream bronzer. This right here is my favorite self-tanner for at home. This is the Bondi Sands Aero in the 1 Hour Express formula. I get mine in the, I think it's just one shade, but it is kind of like a darker tan. It's like a gradual. So if you wash it off in X amount of hours, it'll be a light to a medium. And then I usually apply this at night, sleep with it in for the darkest tan. I love this tanner. It is the perfect undertone for me. It's non-sticky, it dries nicely. It's just a 10 out of 10, and it's that one self tanner that never fails me. Even if it looks a little streaky in one spot or patchy in one spot, by the time I rinse it off, it is still a flawless tan on me every single time. And every time I tan, it is always this very specific tanner. Next, I actually have two of them, but I'm just gonna hold up the one. This has been my favorite moisturizer for, I wanna say probably a year now, if not just under a year. This is by SkinCeuticals. It is the Phyto A+ Brightening Treatment. It is a gel moisturizer, which again is not typically something I go for. And it does have a green tint to it. Oh my God, I cannot speak today. A green tint. So if you have any natural redness or redness from breakouts, this will help to brighten the skin as well as camouflage any redness. I love that it's lightweight, but it gives me enough hydration and it wears beautifully under makeup. So I have gone through maybe 8 or 10 of these at this point. I love it. It is such a great gel moisturizer. Next up is my Ride or Die lip liner. I feel like I've mentioned this several times, but this one is the one from Patrick Ta in the shade She's Proud. It is the perfect pinky nude for me, and I'm not a pinky nude girl. You guys know I love my true browns, but there is something about this lip liner that has me hooked. It is just the perfect hint of pink without being like a true pinky brown. It's so good. And then I also have here the Milk Poreless, what is this called? I can't see the black on black writing. Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I used this all summer. I think I went through 3 or 4 of these this summer, but I love that it gives me a matte look without being too matte or too drying. And it just held up really well. It's a great matte primer. I love it. It's a constant repurchase for me. And then last but not least, let me check. Yeah, last but not least, I have several of these bottles as well, but this has been my go-to everyday foundation for probably 5 months now. I used to rotate others, and if you remember, my favorite Shiseido foundations have been discontinued, and I've been really sad about it. But this one has just kind of taken over as the everyday beautiful foundation that I love, a go-to, a ride or die for me. And it is none other than the Hourglass Soft Glow Foundation. I wear it in the shade 8, and it's just the perfect shade for me. I love the finish. I love the way it makes my skin look. I love how it lasts all day, and this is just a good everyday foundation for me. So those are all of my empties as of recently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know the Sephora sale is coming up, which I will do a recommendations video for that. But in the meantime, if you have any good products that you've been loving, let me know down in the comments so I can add them to my Sephora cart, because I would love to try some new things. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.